Hi, I'm Michael Harding, and I'm back again with Jackson's to talk about another 10 colours. And the first one I'd like to introduce you to is Yellow Benzimidazzolone. It's a beautiful shade yellow. This is quite a warm shade version of it. I mean, you can describe this as green in some ways, but the words are the words. It's just a really, really nice, light, fast, versatile, yolky sort of yellow. Mixes wonderful with reds. I think you can see yourself the orange you could probably produce with it. A beautiful yellow. Now this particular colour is an absolute gem, a great favourite of mine. Quinacridone Coral, single pigment, and immediately I'm taken away again by what I see. I just almost have to sort of pause for a moment to catch my breath. Really wonderful warm shade quinacridone. Really lovely warm summery shade red. Quinacridone Purple. This is Pigment Violet 55, and it's a highly light, fast pigment, single pigment, and it's just gorgeous, particularly in the transparent. Oh, unfortunately, when nature creates things like fruit, the life expectancy of the colour is often just hours until they change. But look at that; it's gorgeous, isn't it? And that won't be the case with this. It'll be around for years because it's a very, very light, fast, state-of-the-art pigment. I always want to put colours with it that you wouldn't normally associate with it to see where they go. They take you on these little journeys and you end up in a place you didn't expect. That for me is an exploration. Certainly is a purple. Now this next colour, again, is a colour which does what it says on the tube, aqua green. You know when you see a wave rolling over at the beach and you've got the sun coming through it and it just has those wonderful turquoises? Well, this is exactly that colour. Oh, it just takes me somewhere. And of course, like all the Pathellos, it really, really goes a long way. Use it with caution, in fact, because you'll find it can sometimes completely dominate a canvas, so it's a bit of a wild horse, if you like. And now we have New Gamboge, and it's just got a gorgeous sort of bronzy quality to it. Oh, yes. Look at that golden undertone there. Some moments it's almost red, other moments in the mass tone it's green. It just is jumping all over the place. I mean, I don't know what you can see at home, but this is almost like a golden glow on this disposable palette paper. So that's New Gamboge. Now we have an orange Benzimidazzolone, and it is just a wonderful mid-shade orange, highly light fast. It's been around for a while, but we're only just getting on our hands on it now, but it's a gorgeous colour. Really, really warm. I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye the colour of my sleeve, and it's jumping around the complementary between the sort of the blue colour here and my coloured top. In some ways, I think every colour can tell 1,000 stories. And now we have Ultramarine Pink, of course, a member of the ultramarine family. It's got a relatively low tint power, but we include it in the range because it has really subtle sort of little nuances. Used a lot in cosmetics, this particular pigment, obviously non-toxic. Ultramarine Pink. The next colour I'd like to talk about, our new Opera Rose, you can see here. I almost feel inclined to say to people, could you now put your sunglasses on? Look, it howls, it screams, wow. I mean, it shocks me every time I squeeze a bit out. As you can see, it's really intense. It's what I call a poke your eye out colour. And now we have Blue Verditer. Now, the original Verditas, for want of a better expression, were made from copper, which weren't particularly stable. So this is our sort of version of it. Combination of cobalt blue, titanium, and cerulean blue. So it's got some really substantially light, fast pigments in it. There's so many different things you can be doing with a colour like this. Not just the obvious landscapes, but it reminds me of the colour of the porcelain that you see in the 18th century as well. Of course, to state in the obvious, every one of our tubes has got a real colour strip on, so this is real paint here. There we go, Blue Verditer, gorgeous. Last but not least, we have Neutral Tint. I'm one of those guys, as an artist, I can't work with black. Of course, there's some black in this. Lamp Black, Pigment Violet 19, which is a quinacridone, and Pigment Blue 15.3. So it's, again, a convenience colour. It's a mixture of 3. It just produces this almost sort of bluey. And it's very interesting that the presence of that quinacridone violet in there. It's a weird combination. It's sort of, I think a lot of the Americans refer to this as sort of achromatic black, almost. Could be shadows, could be anything. Neutral tint. I think colours evoke they trigger your mind. Sometimes it's a memory, it just takes you somewhere.